Um, our first story this week has to do with Cameron's dangerous game that he's playing right now. He's over in Brussels trying to renegotiate the terms of Britain remaining in the European Union. He's been warned by more than one premier that the EU will not rubber stamp Britain's demands. Discuss.
Well, this whole thing, to me, I mean, it's so synthetic, right? I mean, all this kind of, stopping European migrants claiming in-work benefits. They don't, I mean, I know I've said this before, but I'm going to say it again. They don't come here to claim in-work benefits. They come here to work. There was a fantastic piece, actually, last night on ITV News, where they interviewed various Poles and Slovaks, and they said, why do you come here? Well, we come here to work. And they were working. Yeah. Well, do you come here for the in-work benefits? No. Are there in-work benefits?
What are those?
It's an absolute nonsense. Yeah. Complete nonsense.
Well, we'll talk about a story a little bit later in this segment about how 1 in 10 workers here in the UK are indeed from foreign countries, and the NHS would collapse completely if it weren't for them.
It was already collapsing. Well, we need more of them then.
Never a story. Any thoughts on it, Danny?
Yeah, I mean, I saw Robert Peston being interviewed the other day. I'm not one of his biggest fans normally, but he made an excellent point about the countries that are currently, outside the EU and the trade relationships that they have with Europe, Switzerland, Norway, Iceland, and so on. And part of that deal every time is that free movement of people is part of the deal, even though they're outside the EU. So it just underlines the fact that so much of the debate is disingenuous and
so you can be, even if you're outside, you've got to have a trade deal, and that part of that trade deal is having the migrants.
Absolutely. So they're talking about being having no concerns about renegotiating our trade deals, but almost inevitably part of that deal will be the other side of the thing that they're arguing about coming out is to control migrants. We can't have both.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
So we're going to find ourselves between a rock and a hard place.
Yeah.
If we're not already there.
I remember I saw that piece. Actually, I think Robert Peston has played blinder in all of this. I mean, all this stuff last night, I think, because Boris Johnson and Michael Gove, had meetings with Cameron, and Peston was saying he's heard that they will actually vote no, or they will be against the EU, and which is obviously against what we said and has been reported about Boris Johnson. And of course, it's all, there's all this leadership stuff tied up with this, and Boris Johnson was being told, well, if you vote for Brexit, then there are more Brexit supporters in the Conservative Party, and so you will lead the Conservative Party.
The insanity of the Conservatives right now is that they spend all their time talking to each other about themselves, and they do nothing to get the pulse of what's actually going on in the rest of the country. I literally had a survey pushed through the door by the Tory candidate here from the Vale of Glamorgan, and it was a 2-page front and back survey that the instructions were, get ready for this, complete the survey and then place it outside so our team doesn't have to disturb you and come back and get it. Now I'm thinking to myself, who the hell?
Especially when they're going to the House of Liberal Democrat candidates.
They probably don't even know that at this point. But who the hell is going to take the time to fill out the survey and then put it back outside? Except a Conservative.
Yeah, exactly. And it's doing their job for them as well.
I mean, so get off your ass.
Yeah.
Go door to door and talk to people and do the due diligence. But no, this piece of paper comes through the mail slot. Well, we want to know how you feel. Fill out this form and let us know. And I got your form right here. It's like,
nonsense.
It's an old tactic that's been used by Labour Party in the past.
Used by everybody. But it's like
reinforce your own prejudices.
There are these blinders that go on, and the only people that are going to respond are the members of your own party. Oh yes, I need to tell
Yeah.
these people how I think. Well, it's they're not the people you want to hear from. The people you want to hear from are the ones that don't already support you, that might possibly still have an open mind
Yeah.
towards.
I mean, I've got a big thing about. It's not a political thing actually, but just related to this in a way, is do your job. You know,
How many times have you said that?
Oh, that really winds me up. I mean,
Yeah.
press off sympathetically. And all I'm saying is, do
And what
your job.
What exactly are you going to ask in the course of this interview, Mr. Perry? None of your damn business.
Just do it.
But the point you made about those surveys and
Yeah.
the way that works, I mean, I've got a similar issue with too much emphasis on social media campaigning, because most of that is preaching to the converted all the time, and that achieves nothing at the end of the day. And yet people feel as if they're working hard for the campaign, and all they're doing is reinforcing the messages to people that have already got those messages, and
Yeah, but the way I look at social media and the way I'm using it is to target it to areas where I don't already have contact.
well, that's the secret to do.
So
do it
you're
effectively.
sending and boosting posts
Yeah.
into. So if it's an issue about development, I'm going to make damn sure that Cowbridge and Barry and Ogmore by Sea, because of all the development, the mindless development that goes on, gets that message. If it's about education, I'm going to send it to Barry, to Roos, to different, and you can target.
Because otherwise, if it's general, it'll always go to younger people, presumably. Won't it?
Which is not a problem, but you have to understand that 4 out of 5 of them will not vote. So you've got to reach a lot of young people, and then go from there.
Absolutely.